We are going to talk about the different ethical issues and problems in the workplace. First is sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is unwelcome sexual behavior, which could be expected to make a person feel offended or intimidated. It can be physical, verbal, or written, and it can happen at work, between people sharing the same workplace, or between colleagues outside of work. Favoritism. This means that the employer may favor a particular person with regards to promotions and bonuses and evidently neglect other eligible employees. This conduct is considered highly unethical on the part of the employer. Making phone calls at the company's cost. Some organizations provide a refund for the phone bills of the employees, especially if the employee is dealing with a job which that involves using the telephone. Taking advantage of the fact and making personal phone calls is unethical. Lying to employees. The fastest way to lose the trust of your employees is to lie to them. Yet employers do it all the time. One of out every five employees report that their manager or supervisor has lied to them within the past year. Delayed to pay. Unnecessary delay in paying employees' provident fund and gratuity after leaving the organization is a breach of professional ethics. Terminating an employee without any notice. In some cases, for reasons like budget management, companies operation for mass firing to reduce the number of employees. Such terminations should be done after prior indications and notice of at least a month or two, so that the person can find another job. Offensive communications. Employees are not allowed to use offensive language in the office, but anything that goes on beyond company walls cannot be taken into consideration. Employee theft is defined as any stealing, use, or misuse of any employer's assets without permission. Employee fraud is also on the upstick, where it's check tampering, not recording sales in order to skim, or manipulating expense reimbursements. We interviewed some people who gave their reactions and opinions regarding to this matter.
What are the situations that you encountered during work hours?
Natutulog.
Then,
Natutulog habang nagtatrabaho.
what are you going to do to have to make a solution for this or that?
Siguro yung natutulog na agent, itatabi malapit doon sa station ng boss para nakikita once na natulog, masita, or pag paulit-ulit na mabigyan ng sanction.
Besides sa natutulog,
Ano?
besides
Yung mga nanonood ng YouTube, Facebook or nag-chat during work hours, yun.
and do you have more another encounter
Kasi,
like that?
anong situation or paano masusolusyonan yung gano'n?
Yes.
Siguro i-authorize yung mga PC na i-block dun sa mga like YouTube, FB, yung mga kailangan lang dapat or yung mga authorized person lang yung mga access nila yun. And yung paggamit ng cellphone during work hours, siguro masusolusyonan yun bago mag-start yung shift, kunin yung mga cellphone or kolektahin then ilagay sa isang like malapit na sa post ng supervisor or manager o kaya ilagay sa kanya-kanyang lakad para maiwasan yung pag-text or paggamit ng cellphone. And yung pag-uuwi ng gamit sa office, like yung mga bond paper, minsan nga, di ba, yung mouse inuuwi pag gusto nila. Siguro para masolusyonan yun. Katulad sa amin, bago kami umuwi or mag-out, chinecheck ng guard namin yung bag namin, lalo na pag mauwi. Para ma-check kung may inuuwi ka or what.
Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Harassment occurred for the first time, I think I would just talk to my co-employee regarding the issue so we could resolve it within ourselves. But if it keeps on happening twice or thrice, I would ask our boss or the management regarding the issue. As a manager, if that kind of harassment occurred in my company, I think I would talk to the two employees regarding the issue so we could resolve it and we could continue with our work deliberately.